One of my absolute favourite films of all time is Chain Letters by Mark Rappaport. This movie actually sort of changed my life. It blew me away that such a minimalist, low-budget film could be so richly cinematic, so viscerally memorable. It was as good, better, than most other expensive films I had seen, which is to say, most other films I had seen. It convinced me that one could compose aesthetic and filmic narratives without the requirement of large sums of producer money. Chain Letters is one of the greatest revelations in the history of the medium, an achievement I also attribute to another American cinematic genius, also an admirer of Rappaport, extraordinary director John Jost. It made AOD realize that he could compose films of a lo-fi aesthetic, and even if the film didn't look expensive, it could look interesting, distinct, memorable, compelling. There was a way of conjuring aesthetic via the basic surroundings of everyday life, and Rappaport honed in on it, as did Jost, and a few other directors who I'm not thinking of right now or that I'm less familiar with. I suspect that if AOD had never seen Chain Letters, it would have had the most impact on the state of his feature films, more so than having not seen any other film that he has. The plot of Chain Letters is also rather captivating. The performances are memorable, convicted, potentially amateurish, but it weirdly lends to the film's naturalism compared to Hollywood. In this context, knowing how performers in Hollywood films usually are, our brain assesses these performers as real as opposed to Hollywood caricatures, and their slightly amateurish wooden delivery makes them feel more authentic, quite perplexingly enough. Some of the greatest visuals in film history, despite the low-resolution camera and a lack of large funding, Rappaport proves himself as, compositionally, one of the most talented directors who has ever lived. Hopefully I was able to demonstrate this in screen caps, but seriously, see it for yourself, see if I'm exaggerating. I hope I don't hype it up too much, or I suspect that if you're a fan of some of the films that AOD champions, I do believe you might be an admirer of Rappaport's Chain Letters, and very thoroughly recommend that you go check it out. Thank you and good night. Have a sensational day, night, whatever it might be for yourself right now.